How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Robotics Notes Elite. The last episode was pretty nutty. Honestly, this whole introductory chapter was very interesting, very unlike any of the other science adventure titles that I have tackled here on the channel, but nonetheless, a very enjoyable introductory chapter. A very long one. I don't think we have gone through any other introductory chapter as long as that one. But nonetheless, we got through it, and it was pretty enjoyable from my perspective. I think it served its purpose, and now I'm curious to see, well, one, how long are the rest of these chapters going to be, and how many others are there that are that long, if there are any other longer ones, and what do we have to look forward to now? The club gets to continue to exist despite us losing, and it was a pretty interesting, fight, not only the fight that took place here in the finals and also that introductory one in the preliminaries, but also just the fight in order to retain the club, to allow Akiho to continue to have some happiness. So yeah, honestly, crazy stuff that's happened. It's been pretty drawn out. It took some time, but here we are with chapter 2. When was the last time me, Misane, and Akiho went to watch a rocket launch together? Surely it must have been 9 years ago for the H2A17 launch. I remember the day being nice and warm. An early morning in May. Are those... what are those? They're like PSPs, kinda. You guys remember the PSP Go or whatever it was? Kinda looks like that, but this is 9 years ago. We don't have these Android tablets that we now do here in 2020 or 2019, whatever year this is. I remember the day being nice and warm, an early morning in May. Misane was preparing for the following day when she'd be entering Robo 1 for the first time as part of the Robotics Research Association. After watching the launch early in the morning, she planned on boarding a boat to Kagoshima and then flying to Tokyo from there. Despite being normally deserted, Uchugaoka Park was packed with people. Whenever there was a launch, people from all over the world would come to the island to watch. Most of the tourists were adults, but once the rocket launched, everyone's eyes sparkled like children while they looked up at the sky. I don't think I read that right. People from all over would come to the island. Okay. I was close. Of course, the locals joined in as well. It had become a traditional event that took place about twice a year, but no matter how many times you saw it, it never got old. Although, to be fair, we wouldn't get as excited as the people who came to the island just to watch it. I rubbed my tired eyes and played fighting games with Misane, who had just entered high school at the time. Damn, she is a terrible influence because now we're a hardcore gamer.
ひどいよミサネ。ちょっと手加減してよ。でもカイって手加減したら怒るでしょ？そうだけど。ま、師匠に勝とうなんて10年早いってことよ。もう一回勝負だ。
Well, honestly, we're almost there.
待って、打ち上げ60秒前だって。
The sightseers around us started to get excited. The energy was palpable. But there was still no movement on the launch pad in the distance.
ほら、アッキー、起きなさい。ロケットもうすぐだよ。
Akiho was still half asleep. I put my game away and patiently waited while holding Misane's hand. At last, we heard a countdown voice come in from the speakers. 5, 4, 3, 2... A cloud of white smoke rose from the launch pad. This was quickly followed by a dazzling light. Then the rocket that looked as small as a faraway speck started spewing smoke, and flew up into the sky. Cheers roared from the people around us. The sounds of applause echoed throughout the park. And then we were hit by a deep, powerful sound, one that reverberated throughout our bodies. The man-made lump of metal cut through the clouds as it rose into the heavens. I remember how gallant it always looked, tragically but heroically drifting through the air, stirring the hearts of all who watched. But at that time, poetic reasoning like that was irrelevant to me. I had just earnestly watched the tail of the rocket, even forgetting to breathe.
すげえすげえ
I'd like to watch a rocket launch some point in my life, like in person. All I could do was express those instinctive feelings that came from the bottom of my heart as best as I could. And by my side, Misane looked up at the sky just like me and shouted,
Go! ホットドッグ Go! ミサネ、ホットドッグ食べたいの？前も打ち上げの時、ホットドッグって言ってたよね。昔の映画のセリフ。
After smiling at me, Misane returned her gaze to the distant sky.
カイ、あなたも男の子なら、ライトスタッフを持つ男になりなさい。
What do you mean by that? That's a little sus. As I was only an elementary schooler at the time, I had no idea what she meant by those words. It was only after Misane graduated from high school and left the island that I understood what the right stuff meant. But by then, I had already stopped going to rocket launches. Alright, we back at reality here? We're following Akiho, but it looks like we are back at reality. The 2nd of July. The Tanegashima Space Center, TNSC for short, is on the southern end of the island and is one of 2 launch sites in Japan. Many call it the most beautiful launch site on Earth. Until a few years ago, it sent rockets into space about twice a year. Now, I'm waiting alone in the TNSC's chief's office, located in the administration building. Despite being the chief's office, it's pretty modest. Just a business desk and a sofa for guests. There's nobody but me in the room. I've been sitting on the sofa and waiting for almost 10 minutes.
Yeah, omatase.
It's all good. I kind of like your thing with your hair there. It's pretty something. I have no idea who this guy is. I really don't know what to take of him. Finally, the chief enters the room wearing a JAXA work uniform. In each hand, he's holding a teacup filled with hot tea. He smiles and puts the teacups down. While he doesn't look like a big shot, he is in fact the chief of TNSC.
びっくりしたな。急に仕事場を訪ねてくるなんて。
He actually seems kind of happy as he sits down across from me.
遅い。
ごめんごめん。車上の方に行ってたものだから。
The moment I complain to him, he bows his head to me. If someone who didn't know anything about our relationship saw us like this, well, they would probably be shocked. I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up thinking the JAXA chief was having an affair with a local high school girl or something. But reality is nothing that gross.
それでアキホ、お父さんに何か言おうかな。話ならうちでもできたろうに。
Old man. The current chief of the Tanegashima Space Center, Senomiya Kenichiro, there we go, just happens to be my dad. That's all. I clear my throat and adjust my posture.
実はお願いがあって来たの。
You know, it's interesting. We haven't met our own parents yet, Kaito's to be exact, but we're meeting one of her parents, and he seems to be a prominent figure at that. I mean, if a character comes up and they have a model, I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of them, or at least enough of them here around the story.
娘にお願い事をされるなんて何年ぶりだろうね。
He whispers to himself, a distant look in his eyes.
これは娘が父親にお小遣いをせびるような生優しいものじゃないんだけどな。
And that's why I specifically came all the way here. While I could talk about it with him at home, I wanted to avoid that.
お父さんじゃなくて種子島宇宙センターの所長として聞いてほしい。
あ？うん。
中央種子島高校ロボット研究部と JAXA は技術提携関係にあるよね。
うん、そうだったかな。
そうだよ。
We do? He's playing dumb, so I hit the table with my hand to let him know that I'm being serious.
あきよ、落ち着きなさい。
My table bashing shakes the teacups, causing some of the fluid to spill out onto the table. The two of us wipe the table clean with some tissues.
お姉ちゃんがロボ部を作った時、JAXA に協力してくれるよう頼んで OK もらったはず。
In truth, the gun build 1 currently under construction was built using all sorts of scrap parts from JAXA. but that's just the official stance.
だからロボ部の手助けをしてほしい。一緒に正義の巨大ロボを作ろう。
In short, this is my real intention.
と言われてもどう手助けをすればいいんだい？
話は簡単。
I smile as I whip out my Pokecom. I then show him the report I frantically put together during class today. Damn, she really doesn't get anything done at school. How was she supposed to graduate?
人材資金。
その1、施設。ロケット組み立て用の施設をうちらの実物大ロボット組み立てのために貸してほしい。理想はやっぱり VAB。その2、人材。ここで働く技術者の人でロボット工学に詳しい人がいたら紹介してほしい。その3、資金。JAXA の偉い人に頼んでちょっとでいいから軍資金をもらえたら嬉しいな。できれば100万円くらい。
Yeah, just a little, you know. I know the third one is asking for a lot, but that's why I'm taking a shot in the dark with it. It can't hurt to ask. Yeah, I mean, truthfully, you miss all the shots that you don't take. Better to miss the shots that you try to take, right? At least you took the chance. It's hard to believe the Robotics Club was in such dire straits last week. Now we have a ton of unprecedented financial leeway. We got 1 million yen as prize money from Robo 1, after all, and it's as if the same amount we earned from the last 9 years of club funding suddenly fell into our laps.
ねえ、どうかな?
Yeah, I don't think any of this is happening. Dad pushes out a strained laugh.
うちは本気なんだけど。
ああ、そうなのかい。でもね、そう言われてもね。
Crap. He's totally trying to brush me off with a smile. I can't rely on the version of Dad that's in front of me right now. The aura that he's projecting just shows that there's no use. If that's the case, then I need to recover before it's too late. But how?
無理でしょう。
Instant rejection. There wasn't even time to recover. But I don't plan on backing down just yet. If Big Sis could get JAXA to cooperate, so can I. As the chief's daughter, I'm sure things will work out if I keep pushing. It would be a real problem if they didn't. That's basically what dads are for, right?
ガンツクワンの完成はお姉ちゃんの夢でもあるんだよ。だからどうしても完成させたいの。それでね、来年開かれる東京万博に出展するんだ。で、東京にいるお姉ちゃんにも見に来てもらう。どう？素敵な考えじゃないかな。
This is the first time that I've ever told Dad about my dream.
お父さんだってロボット大好きだよね。だから言い換えればガンツクワンはうちら親子の夢でもあるわけ。というわけでお願い手伝って。もう残された時間はあんまりないの。
秋穂。
Dad looks deeply moved as he locks eyes with me. But that's almost immediately followed up with a long sigh.
無理だよ。
お父さん。
I have a feeling that this facility is not what it used to be. Therefore, there just really isn't much that we can actually get out of him, quite literally.
いや僕の仕事を勘違いしちゃいけないよ。
He stands up like he's trying to escape and gazes out the window.
所長と言ったって何でもかんでも好き勝手できるわけじゃないんだから。
If only that were the actuality of the case here. It'd be cool if you were top dog and therefore could just get away with whatever with your company.
所詮管理職というかなんというか。それにね、今の TNSC には予算も人材もないんだ。予算縮小ってことだよ。最近はロケットも打ち上げてないからね。
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking there.
ましてや施設を私的に使おうなんてとても僕はクビになってしまうよ。
なんか夢も希望もないね。
I always thought he was kind of unreliable, but I didn't think that he was this bad. Honestly, I can't really blame him. I mean, there's factuality in what he's saying here. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that he can do, even if he is top dog like this. like, it wouldn't reflect very well, especially on a larger, like, company, and you were just a small part of it. My heart's about to break.
すまないね、協力できなくて。これはなんというか、夢とかそういうものとは関係なくてね、世知辛い社会のルールと言えばいいのかな。組織が大きくなればなるほど融通も効かなくなっちゃうわけでね。もちろん娘のお願いをなんとか聞いてあげたいっていう気持ちだけはあるんだけどね。お父さんのポケットマネーから資金を出そうにも財布は母さんに握られてるし。
Yeah, I've heard that a few times, kind of from my own parents and others.
お父さん、それ以上言わなくていいから、うちまで悲しくなる。
I want to cover my ears. I want to lose all my memories of the last 30 minutes.
お邪魔しました。
お茶ぐらい飲んでったらどうだい。あ、そうだ、この前筑波に研修に行ってた大前くんからのお土産があって。
Who now?
お父さん。
He's trying to get me to stay, but I cut him off.
昔のお父さんは自分の夢にまっすぐで純粋で、うちはそんなお父さんが好きだった。でも今のお父さんからは情熱を感じないよ。そのことが寂しい。
Akiho.
If Big Sis were here right now, she'd probably be even more upset than I am.
ねえお父さん、あの頃の情熱がもしまだ残ってるなら協力を。
いや、それはだから無理だって。
Yeah, I get it. She can't really see that. I think youth is unfortunately also a little blinded by, well, reality. The problem is that youth just haven't been able to see reality quite yet. But yeah, I can understand his position. If he's not going to have a change of heart now, when will he? Like, it's one thing to have a dream, but just being in charge of a company or like a small fraction of it or whatever doesn't mean that you can just go and like do whatever you can or want in order to achieve your dreams. No, you have to do things by the books. And unfortunately, usually that means being unable to do what you want. Stupid dad, why can't you read the room? I'm pretty sure I inherited that quality from him. I want to ruffle Kai's hair so badly right now. Why is that her stress reliever? But Kai isn't here. So I start squeezing the Fink toy that I have hanging from the back of my Pokecom instead.
お父さんなんてもう頼らないよ。
I spit out my words and rush out of the office. If this is the adult world, I want nothing to do with it. But I'm not going to say that out loud. I get that my requests are absurd. I knew there was no way I would get everything I wanted. But he could have at least said, like, I'll do my best or something. That alone would have made me happy. The old dad who used to passionately talk about space development and mecha anime with Kai and me would have done that. I guess even now I might still be wishing for that ideal dad from back then. Now we're talking about the past quite a bit here. It's getting me a little upset. Though I do think that him having like an empty promise would have hurt a little bit more there too, especially if he was unable to do anything. It would have hurt both parties, I think, and that's just not right. But yeah, maybe there is something that he could have done. There's a strong wind coming in from the sea, and it's kind of irritating. It's messing up my hair and breaking my focus on Kill Ballad. I look away from my Pokecom and take a breather. Well, while you're doing that, let's see what's going on online. Subaru got away. A long journey begins. To TNSC we go. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, a video compilation containing the complete footage of Mr. Platus' amazing victory at Robo 141 will soon be available for your viewing pleasure. Details will be announced at a later date, so stay tuned. Regarding the compilation, don't we get performance fees or portrait rights fees or something? Next time I'll win. Let's see. Let's go with this one. I like that one. Going in, Kai should have come with me. Just have a family talk with no one else. It would be a waste of time. Whatever the situation, I totally see us at the end being told no. You're in charge, you should try harder. Let's go with this. Reality hurts. Let's see. Chief isn't coming in. And yeah, I guess this is us talking about the compilation. Okay. All right. I think we got everything out of A. Frau Kojiro, or I guess it's Kojiro Frau. Didn't think that they'd find me. Who leaked it to the media? I was living as a neutral otaku, but now they know I'm a high school otaku girl, plus a shut-in. Damn it. Yep, let's just confirm all that online. So from now on, I'll be showing the real Kojiro Frau. You're probably like, the real Kojiro Frau? To summarize myself, let's just say I'm rotten to the core, too fast, too easy, that's who I am. I received a hard request from my daughter, troubled, I want to help her, but yep, let's again just throw it out online, you know, just for everybody to see. Direct interview with the main programmer of Kill Ballad, Kojiro Frau, in Tanegashima, the face of the genius high school programmer. All right, yeah. Kojiro Frau, not Frau Kojiro, and she's a girl. She's a Fujoshi? Sorry guys, I actually don't know my, I don't know what that means. If any of you guys want to help me out there, because I have absolutely no idea. Kind of disappointed. I thought it was like some crazy old man. Oh well. Honestly, I thought it was like a elementary schoolboy or some shit like that. Like, I don't know, just something ridiculous. So I guess in a very similar manner to this. She's cute, let's praise her as Frau Sama from now on. She kind of looks like a shut-in, bad personality, her has eyes like a dead fish. High school girl, I'm sure she doesn't even go to school, she's just a neat. Damn, well there goes a lot of the respect, huh? How did the media find out about a Dojin-loving programmer moving to a faraway island? Is it worth camping out for her at the airport? I never liked her from how she acted, but finding out she's an actual girl, the story is different now. Her likability went way up. Well, yeah. I mean, it's how it is. I'm much more interested in KB after reading this article. Is it still fun to start now? Hey man, that's on you to figure out. Space Science and Technology Museum. It is closed every Monday. If Monday is a holiday, closed on Tuesday. No days off in August and holiday season. Closed during rocket launches. There you go. What else we got around here? The N1 rocket life-size model. There's our diameters, or dimensions, excuse me. H2 rocket life-size model with more dimensions. What else we got around here? Maybe if we zoom in on some buildings, we'll see something. And I'll blind myself by looking looking in the light like that. I like that little effect. That's pretty cool. You know, nothing like blinding yourself by just staring into the sun. You guys ever do that? You guys ever just look up at the eclipse? You know, not use the sunglasses or whatever that people would give you and just like look up anyways? I don't know why I'm getting into that. I look away from my Pokecom and take a breather. I'm sitting on the rather wide lawn of the Tanegashima Space Center. There's a replica H2 rocket here, along with several benches. Oh, speaking of that, I guess we have some tips. Like the H2A. But we have the N1, a 3-stage, 32-meter tall rocket developed by NASDA, the National Space Development Agency, one of JAXA's predecessors. The first rocket was launched in 1975, and 7 more were launched before its eventual retirement in 1982. Then we've got the Space Center. Oh my god, this is a lot. I'm so sorry, guys, but we're going to read all of it. Operated by JAXA, it is one of the 2 rocket launch complexes in Japan, often referred to as the TNSC. Established in '69 by JAXA's predecessor, NASDA, the site covers an area of about 9.7 million square meters. Located on the southeast coast of Tanegashima, it is known as the most beautiful rocket launch complex in the world, due to its beautiful view of the ocean. There are 2 launch complexes, the Osaki Range and the Takazaki Range. The Takazaki Range is no longer in use, as it was only used as a launch site for small rockets. In addition to the launch sites, the complex was a rocket assembly building, a testing center, a command center, an observatory, and the Space Science and Technology Museum, which is open for tourists. Lastly, located on the northern side of the island is the Masuda Tracking and Communications Station and the Nogi Radar Station. And on the western side is the Uchigaoka radar station, all of which are part of the Tanegashima Space Center. I will remember none of this. The museum, I think we have an idea about that. VAB is short for Vehicle Assembly Building. Okay, works for me. H-2A, a domestic two-stage rocket that began operations in 2001. It is an updated version of Japan's first domestic rocket, the H-2, but the cost of launching has gone down exponentially. The rocket itself also costs far less than those made by other countries. It is 53 meters tall and uses liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen as fuel. The standard model is capable of launching a satellite weighing about 4 tons into orbit. All H-2A rockets have been launched from, you guessed it, here, SMH, net slang, shaking my head. Even better is when people use SMH my head. G, gravitational constant, G4 CH. Okay, there we go. It's not a bad environment to relax in, but it's way too remote. Well, if we're talking direct distance, it's closer to my house than the school is. It just feels further away. There aren't many whimsical locals, who would intentionally come to an end of the island like this. I take a look around. As expected, there are barely any people in the area. In the distance, I see one local middle-aged man playing golf by himself. There aren't even that many employees stationed here at the TNSC. During rocket launches, engineers arrive from off the island and the staff grows 3 times larger, or so they say. But that was only when rockets used to be launched from here. Now the main force behind JAXA's space exploration has been shifted to the Epsilon rocket. And what is that, you may be asking, or at least that's what I'm asking. It is a next-generation small-scale rocket developed by JAXA, 24 meters long. The rocket allows for far more efficient assembly and inspection, and the launch control system was revamped dramatically. Only a single laptop is required to launch the rocket. It first saw use in 2016, with all launches being done from the Kagoshima Space Center, which is now referred to as the Uchinora Space Center. Alright, that works for me. Since Epsilon is smaller than the H-2A and H-2B, now I have to look at that, that it launched from Tanegashima, its size doesn't match TNSC's facilities. Alright, what's going on with B? Oh wait, right here. A larger, upgraded version of the H-2A rocket that began operations in 2009. It is 57 meters tall, and it is a complete upgrade of the A. Perfect. Works for me. And so, god damn it, Epsilon rockets are always launched from Uchinora. I want to say about 3 times a year, give or take. Sorry, if I don't know something, I jump into the tips, learning from my mistakes in Steins Gate. It is a town that was located on the east side of the Osumi Peninsula in Kagoshima Prefecture. It merged with Takayama in 2005 to form the town of Kimotsuki? Let's go with that. The JAXA Uchinora Space Observatory was established when the town was still known as Uchinora, or even though the town's name has changed, or so even though the town's name has changed, JAXA staff members and space development enthusiasts still refer to it as Uchinora. And the Space Observatory, is one of the 2 rocket launch sites located in Japan, and it was created by ISAS? Yeah, let's be a little cautious here. It's the Institute of Space and Astronautical Science in 1963. It has launched over 400 small-scale rockets, including MV, Epsilon, and many others. Okay, goddamn, we are just getting the info dump. Since the launch of the Hayabusa 2 several years ago, there hasn't been a single launch from Tanegashima. I haven't even visited this place in like 12 or 13 years. As for why I'm sitting here by myself, it's obviously because the Robotics Club president dragged me here. Akiho's visiting her dad, aka the guy who runs this joint. I was pretty shocked yesterday when she suddenly talked about storming into JAXA, but once I cooled down and thought about it, it dawned on me that she was going to use her inside connections. Not that I expected that to go very well. I give a wry smile and boot up Kill Ballad again. Alright, who we playing this time? Ah, lovely. It's like it's fate or something, right?
フラウコウジロじゃなくて、コウジロフラウだっけ?
I got pretty nervous at the airport yesterday, didn't I? I never expected Kill Ballad's creator to be a girl, or such a young one at that. Also, pretty coincidental that she's now moved here to the island, huh? Big news today. We met at the airport yesterday, didn't we? Say what? Umishoshi, were you that boy? Terra coincidental. And what's with those weird words you use? Some sort of foreign language? They don't strike me as net slang. I've never heard a lot of them before. They're words that were popular on that channel like 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Are you sure you're not actually some geezer? Damn, she was probably on there during the Steins Gate time, huh? Somehow. You don't strike me as a high school girl. So I'm told. But the chick you saw yesterday was undoubtedly me, the Kojiro Frau. By the way, if you mess up my name, I'm never forgiving you forever, ever, ever, never. Well, I'm really grateful for that program you gave me. I never thought you'd actually cooperate. You really saved my butt. I'm glad you believe me. All hail Goggle. I goggled it just now, Google. Wowee, second place, not bad. I'm happy about it, but also kind of annoyed, TBH. So what's the big news? The whole me being on Tanegashima thing. But I guess that's hardly big news to you, Umishoshi. Sorry about that. So are you here on vacation or something? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I don't want to pry. I just figured I could wreck you some good tourist spots is all. My way of saying thanks for the program. Flirting for the win. I'm not saying we have to meet up in person. I could just tell you about some right here. Let's meet up tomorrow. Seriously? First the program, now this. You're surprisingly trusted. Yeah, honestly, especially since she's like a high school girl. That's putting a lot of faith into strangers on the internet. Someone might try to take advantage of that one of these days. Seriously though, no shit posting. The only reason I trust you, Umishoshi, is because you are number 5 on KB leaderboards. Ah, okay. I don't see the connection. Anyway, meet me in front of the old Tanegashima airport tomorrow. Just after 3. What? Why the old airport? Is this related to the Robotics Club or something? Legit zero interest in the old airport itself. Also, what does that place have to do with the Robotics Club? Deets, please. Never mind. Well, see ya. What an interesting way of just communicating with somebody. Just load up into a game and not even play it. As soon as I put my Pokecom away, Akiho returns.
Kai.
意外と早かったね。あと1時間くらいはかかると思ったよ。
ダメ。全然話になんないよ。
Akiho is clearly disappointed.
だろうね。
だろうねって？
アキちゃんの要求はいくらなんでも無茶すぎだよ。おじさん困ってたんじゃない？
お父さんなら絶対食いつくと思ったんだけどな。東京にある本社にお伺い立ててみるとか、そういうこともせずにね、いきなり断ったんだよ。
Yeah, but that just wouldn't work out. There's no phoning headquarters. I'm pretty goddamn sure.
頑張るアンクストライカーを出しそうになったよ。
She's starting to get heated up again, which means I need to calm her down lest she complain forever.
まあいきなり欲張らずに段階を踏んでいけばいいんじゃない？
段階か。
身の丈に合ったところからってね。アキちゃんは理想が高すぎるんだよ。
理想は常にビッグにだよ。
Well, yeah, that is true, but also I get the sense of urgency when people are like, I guess restricted on time or they have other really like annoying restraints. Well, they do get a little impatient. They think a little bit too ambitiously. I noticed that she didn't put on her glasses this time. I guess that's not one of her usual references. A wry smile still on my face, I stand up and walk to the parking lot where our scooters are, hoping to end the topic. Akiho follows a little ways behind me.
っていうか、今日来なかったスバルには罰として部室の掃除させよう。
またその話？俺に愚痴るより本人に直接言いなよ。
だっていくらなんでもあんな言い方しなくてもいいのに、仮にもうちの方が年上なんだよ。
生意気なのは前から分かってたじゃん。
Just a few hours ago, Akiho was talking about storming into TNSC today, but Subaru had a sound argument as to why he refused to come along.
僕は行きませんよ。 ナンセンスですから。
Yeah, that works for me.
そもそも TNSC はロケット発射場なんです。それくらいは間抜けな部長でももちろん理解していますよね。
間抜けって。
ロケットを打ち上げる施設とロボット工学の間にどんな関係があるのか教えてほしいですね。
JAXA には宇宙ロボティクス部門っていうれっきとした研究部門が
あることを僕が知らないとでも？もちろん把握しています。当然でしょう。それを前提で話していたんですが、失礼。どうやら食い違いがあったようですね。宇宙ロボティクス部門研究者の助言を得たいなら、東京か筑波へ足を運ぶことをお勧めしますよ。
I mean, he's got a point.
今思い出してもムキーってなるよ。なんであんなにへりくつなんだろう。
へりくつじゃないでしょ。むしろ正論すぎる。
カイはスバルの肩持つの？
案の定断られたわけだし。態度は生意気だけど将来有望な後輩だと思うよ。
そりゃうちはダメな部長だけど。
アキちゃんとしては現状のままズルズルいくのは嫌なんでしょ。だったら変化を受け入れることも必要なんじゃない？なんて俺が偉そうに言うことじゃないけどね。
じゃあカイも変化を受け入れてくれる？
変化？
ガンツクワンのパイロット、うちはカイしか考えてないから。
はあ？ちょっと待った。パイロットって何それ？初耳なんだけど。
I mean, things will eventually lead to that. It's what we saw in the beginning of the game.
パイロットって言ったらガンツクワンに乗り込んで操縦する役に決まってるでしょ。ロボットアニメの花形、一番目立つところだよ。やっぱりパイロットは男の子であるべきなの。だからうちはあえて身を引いたのさ。
What?
カイはロボワンでもオペレーターだったんだし、スバルに名誉を譲るのはなんか尺でしょ。だからカイに。
やだよ俺。そんなの名誉でもなんでもないって。むしろ生贄っていうのがふさわしいね。
何それ、どういう意味？
だってアキちゃんが作った代物でしょうが。どう考えても歩く棺桶でしょう。命がいくつあっても足りないよ。危なすぎる。なあ、そもそも歩くかどうかも怪しいけど。
Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go again. She always does this when she doesn't like what I'm saying. Akiho storms off ahead of me.
カイ、帰りにロンソー寄ってくから。
はいはい、音もしますよ。ついでだからね。
In the end, we gained absolutely nothing of value today, as is tradition. Now, who are we following now? Oh, Subaru. What's up with him? What's going on here? Ooh.
ただいま。
When I get back from school, I spot Dad relaxing in the living room while watching TV. My dad, Hiromu, is a fisherman. He goes out to fish around 3 a.m. and comes home a bit after noon. What a lifestyle. He doesn't talk much, and he can be pretty stubborn when it comes to traditions, but he provides for the family and I respect him.
遅かったな。
友達と B コープに寄ってたんだ。
そうか。
母さんは？
醤油が切れたらしい。買いに行ってる。
そう。
When I peek into the kitchen, I see that dinner's still in the middle of being made. She'll probably be back soon.
じいちゃんとばあちゃんはまだ畑？
なあ。
父さん、風呂は？
まだだわ。
じゃあ沸かしとく。
頼む。
I end the conversation, and just as I start to make my way to my room to change,
スバル。
Dad stops me in my tracks.
何？
He's still staring at the TV screen. The evening news is on. The newscaster is explaining that Typhoon number 2 is on a path from Okinawa to South Korea.
昨日はいつ帰ってきたんだ？学校に遅刻したそうだな。
ああ。1限目には間に合わなかったんだ。船の時間があるからどうしても。
鹿児島は楽しかったか？
まあね。
その鹿児島の友達というのは付き合いが長いのか？
I hesitate for a moment. Dad's never asked this much about my social life before. Has he figured it out? No, that's impossible.
そこそこには。どうして？
前も何度か鹿児島に遊びに行って月曜の朝に帰ってきたことがあっただろう。
My heart rate spontaneously rises. Well, yeah, I mean, I say what you're doing here, or what you've been doing here. I think anybody can start to piece some puzzle pieces together. I suddenly notice that my mouth is completely dry.
日曜のうちに戻ってくるようにはできないのか？学生の本分は勉強だ。学校の授業をおろそかにするような遊び方はするな。
ごめん。気をつけるよ。
I somehow manage to feign calmness and reply. What a lovely looking man. That's when Dad switches his gaze from the TV to me.
何？
おととい、東京でロボットの大会があったらしい。
I reflexively swallow my breath. Is there sweat on my forehead? Is there anything unnatural about me right now? Anxiety swirls around inside my chest. I desperately try to make sure that none of it appears on my face.
その大会にお前の学校の生徒も出場していたそうだな。
へえ、そうなんだ。知らなかったよ。
I curse in my mind. Senomiya, Akiho, and Yashio Kaito, excuse me. In my head, I throw every foul word I can at my incompetent upperclassmen that can't take a hint.
お前はそれとは関係ないんだな。
当たり前だよ。
I know for sure that my voice was steady when I answered him. This helps me regain some composure.
ホビーロボはもうやめたんだ。それが父さんとの約束だろ。心配しないでよ。
Dad's sharp gaze feels like it pierces through me, seeing everything. To avert my eyes, I pick up the bag I placed on the floor.
ならいい。
Okay. I think I see the big picture here. Dad seems to buy my lies and returns his gaze to the TV screen.
風呂沸かしてくるよ。
I retreat into my room. I close the sliding door, and once I'm alone, I take a deep, deep breath. A sigh of relief. It's then that I notice my underarms are soaked in sweat. Yeah, that's gotta be fun, keeping up that lie. On the way back from TNSC, after parting with Akiho, I end up coming to this park. Well, what's going on online? Oh, looks like there's some new stuff happening here. Mr. Platus, regarding the compilation, don't we get performance fees or portrait rights fees? Oh, that's something that we said. This is also something that we said. Is it? It'd be a waste of time, whatever the situation. I see us at the end being told no. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did say that. You're very frank. I don't appreciate it. Well, sorry. Oh, wait. Is that something that is being said to us? Whatever. Played 30 minutes, 6-0. But I have money. We can do it without help from JAXA. That ain't a good look. I don't think it's that easy. You get to use all that money freely. Are you even allowed to? Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I'm pretty sure no. Oh, if it isn't Yashio Kaito, the man who fought me valiantly in the final match of Robo 141. Let's have another heated match sometime. However, the winner will once again be me, Mr. Platus. Should have said, believe in the me that believes in you. I mean, it's not like I expect it from you, though. And can you leave me alone if you don't expect it from me? Wow. It's my style to cheer from the shadows. Believe in the me that believes in you. Yep, there we go. We'll just go ahead and say it, right? There we go. Please wait 1 more month. By then, I'm supposed to get a good amount of cash. I'll even pay double. Okay, that's saying that over to the robot clinic. And what's new here? I received a hard... Oh, yeah, that's right. That's where we left off. So what's new here? It's super inconvenient. This hotel, more like an inn, doesn't have LAN for PCs. Use my Pokecom. I like desktops more than Pokecoms. Yeah, desktops are wacky, but it sucks to be a girl so lost in time. Scumbag little brat hasn't come back to pay their debt. Kids these days. I guess that's sort of the reply that we saw. What's up, Michi? What is this? Why do I have to help move? Is this part of my job? No, it's not. This is bullying, harassment. This is scary. TBH, I'm getting worried about my teaching career. What teaching have you done? What's going on here, Misaki? Today at 10 o'clock p.m., I will be appearing on BS West TV, Modern Looks. Please support me. And, oh, this is Akiho, to Akiho. Is it? No, this is to us. You are late. Are you having dinner with us? Trying to get these usernames down, but it's a little tough. Anything new here? Doesn't hurt to look around. I have been told in the comments that I have missed some geotags. There are opportunities to get them back whenever we get to certain scenes, and certain scenes do have changing geotags here and there, so I'll try my best. So here we are at this lovely park again. I'm feeling kind of sentimental, which is really out of character for me. Must have been that dream this morning, almost 10 years ago when I watched a rocket launch from here. Why am I remembering it now of all times? Who am I kidding? I know why. It's because Akiho talked about going to TNSC. But I didn't come here to relive old memories. I have one objective at the end of the day. It's to be number one in KB, I know. It's to kick ass and ask for names later. But lucky for us, the names pop up here, so we don't have to ask later. Oh, this is the number 4 guy, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Wow, we're going right into the combat. Oh my god, this is a lot. Yeah, this is... Oh man, what if I mess up here? I feel like I might. When does this end? Oh, we're coming to it, I think. Yeah, I did not want to mess that up. I was taking that cautiously. I don't trust myself whenever, like, it comes to this. I think I talked about that before.
今日は調子良かったな。まさかタジリンに勝てるとはね。
And they're gone. Still getting matched with, how do we pronounce this? Taringer? Let's go with that. At a time like this, almost feels like the work of some mysterious force. Like the god of fighting games or something. It's thanks to that god's mechanisms that I end up remembering another scene from my past. When Misane was still a high schooler on the island. About how I felt when I played games with her. Not once did she ever show me any mercy. She just pummeled me into the ground. I was only an elementary schooler at the time too. Talk about immature, right? Or maybe she just hated the very concept of losing. But thanks to that, I ended up getting tough, making me into the player I am now. Even now, Misane is the barrier I'm trying to overcome.
タジリンか。
Yeah, I really don't know how to pronounce this. I mean, there is like a shorthand, a nickname, if you will, for it. Taringer? I don't know. Is presently ranked number 4 on the kill battle leaderboards, excuse me. I think what also makes it difficult is that whenever it's like a long name like that isn't in English and is all capital letters, it just confuses me more. I actually have a hypothesis about their true identity. I figure it could be Misane out in Tokyo. I occasionally see some of Misane's habits come through in their play. Their handle is also mighty suspicious. It might be a play on the Senomiya sisters' favorite phrase. This would explain why they never use VC or reveal their identity. Misane is super popular after all. Anyway, when I imagine Misane quietly playing games like back in the day, it does put a smile on my face. That said, I've never actually looked into this little theory of mine, and I don't plan on doing so. And that's because it would make me feel really lonesome if I found out it wasn't her. It's more exciting to just enjoy my silly delusion in a vacuum. Hey, don't say delusion. I suddenly sense someone's gaze and raise my face from the screen. But there's nobody besides me in the park. It is late after all. It's quiet. The only sounds are those of chirping insects. The message arrival sounds suddenly ring. Oh, Sister Centipede. Hoo hoo hoo. What does that mean? What does that got to do with us? Oh no. It caught me off guard, causing me to panic for a moment.
メール受信。
Oh, it's another bunch of garbage. Huh.
またゲジねえか。
The message is all garbled. The only readable text is the sender's name, Sister Centipede. Okay, somebody said that, like, this was referenced or brought up briefly in Chaos Head and Steins Gate, but I have no recollection of this in Chaos Head, which I just finished. Or maybe it was Chaos Child? Well, either way, I don't remember this. I feel like this is some bullshit that Okabe would say in Steins Gate, though. I've been getting these messages on occasion for a while now. The weird thing about it is that I only ever get them when I'm in Uchigaoka Park. I figured they must be some kind of prank or something, but I do remember hearing something about this before. Who did I hear it from? A classmate? An old lady in the neighborhood? Or was it some urban legend on the net? Either way, this is how it goes. So, yeah, okay, this place is haunted, lovely. Oh? Okay, well that sucks. I guess the recording's corrupted now too. Well, it was fun, guys. All of a sudden my Pokecom screen distorts and freezes up. It doesn't respond when I press the home button.
なんだよこれ。
For some reason, I'm starting to feel uneasy. Then, a strange noise starts playing from my Pokecom. It's unpleasant, hard on the ears. The sound is enough to disturb my nerves. Although the screen is still frozen, that sound continues to pour out of it. Is it broken? Or... Well, I try lightly hitting it, but it doesn't respond. For reasons I can't explain, I look around me. I get the chills and soon realize I have goosebumps. Cut me some slack here. Are you seriously saying that this is supernatural? Is this some kind of joke? Plus, I can't even counterattack. They're cheesing me like crazy. In an unwinnable battle like this, retreat is the only option. And I'm not breaking any rules here. They're the ones cheesing, not me. And I should ask Mizuka-san about ghost rumors the next time. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Oh, God, that scared me so bad. Jesus. What the fuck? Just now. Oh, hold on. Just give me a minute, guys. Fuck. All right, I totally just saw something that looked humanoid. The sound stops and my Pokecom is responsive again. For some reason, Iroo is open. It's at this very moment that something appears on the screen.
聞こえますか?
Yes?
Huh?
A voice. A person's voice. Now, guys, I've played some Phasmophobia before. This is kind of in line here. It's already July, so it's not all that cold, or at all cold, excuse me. But every hair on my body stands straight up as I shiver. Time to go home right now. No, go back. Ah, that was getting interesting. God damn it. Oh well. Like, I know everything is so slow that, like, you really want something to happen here. I mean, after that long-ass first chapter, but... whatever. Okay, I think we'll end it here. Yeah, after that, like, I kind of just... I kind of don't want to play no more. Not right now, at least. Okay, well, this was a fun session, as we begin to explore some options on how to proceed. Now that the club isn't necessarily in danger, yeah, I guess development on the big ol' robot is the next step. And I guess recruiting people, because we are going to need some manpower, as Akiho tried to get out of her dad, but obviously that wasn't going to work out. I think we all could see that coming a mile away. But anyways, thank you all for watching this episode. Hope you all enjoyed. I did not enjoy that last part, I'll be honest with you guys, but yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I will see you all in the next one, hopefully with a little less ghostly stuff happening.